Good morning, dear students. Now let us recap chapter 9, Germs and Diseases. We have read in chapter 9 microbes. Microbes are viruses, bacteria, then we have fungi, algae, protozoa. All these are microorganisms. Microbes is the short form of microorganism. Why they are called microbes? Because they are too tiny. We cannot see them with our naked eyes and they can be seen only through microscope. That's why they are called microbes or microorganisms. Now there are two types of microorganisms, useful microbes and harmful microbes. Now let us study something about useful microbes. We have studied fixing nitrogen, then medicine, making and vaccines, then baking, digestion, making curd and cheese. All these activities are helped by useful microbes. Then we have decomposition. What do we mean by decomposition? It is some microbes, they feed on dead plants and animals to form compost. So that process is known as decomposition process, and those microbes are called decomposers. Then we have harmful microbes. Harmful microbes are called germs because they cause diseases to all, to human beings, to animals, to plants. Now there are some methods of spreading these germs or harmful microbes. Through contaminated food and water, and the diseases which are caused through contaminated food and water, they are called waterborne diseases like cholera, dysentery, typhoid. All these are waterborne diseases caused by consuming contaminated food and water, and also due to unhygienic condition of living. Then we have spread of germ through air, that is tuberculosis, common cold, all these are spread through air. Then through contact, so ringworm, chickenpox, measles. Through insect bite, we all know very well that malaria, dengue, all these are caused by insect bite. Then this is a list of diseases and their causes and the main symptoms. Common cold, measles, hepatitis, chickenpox, dengue, they are caused by viruses. Malaria, protozoa, amoebiasis, protozoa, ringworm, fungus, tetanus, dysentery, tuberculosis, typhoid caused by bacteria. And you learn the main symptoms of the diseases. Now we have prevention of communicable diseases. You know, always prevention is better than cure. So it's better to prevent these communicable diseases rather than getting cured. So by keeping ourselves clean means having bath daily, brushing teeth twice a day, keeping our body clean, wearing the clean clothes, hands clean, all these, and washing hands before meal and after returning from washroom. So all these things are means you keep your personal hygiene. Then by keeping our home and surroundings clean, then by using disinfectant to clean the surroundings, clean the toilet, and sunlight being the natural disinfectant. So we use we cannot wash our mattresses and linen. So what we do, we keep them under sun so that the things are disinfected and then can be used. Then by using clean water and food, because contaminated water and food, they are going to cause waterborne diseases. So what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to use clean water and food. By getting vaccinated, of course, you people might be remembering that when you were small enough, now also you will be getting some of the doses of your vaccines. So that those vaccines are very important for all of us to take, so that even nowadays COVID vaccine has come. So when your turn come, you are too small for those vaccines, but your elders, they can go and get it and get protected from COVID. What are the vaccines used for? Diphtheria, influenza, typhoid, tetanus, polio, hepatitis, mumps, measles, all these diseases, they have vaccination, and we take vaccination against these diseases to protect ourselves. Then there are some other diseases which are not communicable. Communicable means they are not transferred from one infected person to another through these germs. Rather, they are either at the time of birth or due to some mechanical problem of the body. Diseases present at the time of birth, they are called congenital diseases. Then allergy due to some allergic conditions to our body. Sometimes you get allergic to cheese, sometimes you get allergic to pollen grains. So all those things are, that is allergy. Then we have some common diseases which are also caused by microbes, that is dengue, malaria. Then swine flu, typhoid, we have diarrhea, jaundice, all these diseases, they are caused by microbes, and that's why these microbes are called harmful microbes and they are called germs. So this is all about chapter 9, germs and diseases. Please read the chapter thoroughly, understand the things and go through the key words in a nutshell to understand the chapter in a better way. Thank you, children.